Hi, I'm Sharon Beard. I'm one of the managers here at Kidz Harbor.
And I'm Angie Colbert. I'm the administrator and founder of Kidz Harbor.
So we want to thank everybody for coming tonight to the gala, and we really appreciate all the support that we get. It's been a great time since we've had the gala started. We've had a lot of good things come from that.
Yes, we've made a lot of good friends, and if it wasn't for Dr. Bonin starting the gala for us, we would have never met y'all.
I hate to start naming names because there's so many, but we've had some great people come into our lives because of this event, lifelong friends that are truly committed to helping Kidz Harbor. They have done way more than we had ever expected. We now have all of our school clothes purchased every year. We have lots of fun activities on the weekends. We have monthly supporters. Lots of things have happened, a lot of nice people. We were just two women trudging along at Kidz Harbor, didn't know how to do a gala, but a lot of other people did. So thank you for helping these two girls.
Yes, thank you. We look forward to it every year, and we're looking for a good time tonight.
Welcome to Kidz Harbor. Founded in 2003 by the late Reverend Jim H. Green, his mission was to help the abused and abandoned children of Texas. Kidz Harbor offers medical and dental, physical, educational, and psychological assistance to every child who enters its doors. Kidz Harbor also offers recreational activities, and since its inception, Kidz Harbor has achieved its original foundation goal by successfully servicing hundreds of kids who have experienced a life that most of us couldn't even fathom. Listen to some of these amazing supporters of Kidz Harbor as they share stories that have moved them to be a difference in these kids' lives.
Hi, I'm Greg Bonin.
And I'm Kim Bonin, and we're so excited to tell you about Kidz Harbor today.
I have a vivid recollection of driving up and down Highway 35 and thinking many times that I really wanted to be engaged with that organization and see what could be done to help them. And so finally, making the disciplined choice to say I'm gonna reach out to them and we're gonna get together and visit. I was able to have lunch with Sharon and Angie and her team, and I didn't know really what to expect. I just wanted to hear from them what their challenges were, what their needs were, and what opportunities there might be to help out. And their number one ask several years ago was simply that they would like to be able to find a way to provide health insurance to their employees, and the reason they wanted to do that was so they could more effectively recruit the staff they needed so they could care for more children. And that really captured the whole essence of where this team comes from. These ladies just want to love and care for children.
I was so amazed when I met them to see Sharon and Angie and the love that they had and the passion that they had for these kids. They take these kids that have been neglected and abused, and their parents have gotten into trouble, and so they're taken out of their homes. And Sharon and Angie give them a place to call home, and they treat them as if they're their own kids. And they really feel for them like that. They want to make sure that they succeed in all the ways that parents want to make sure that their kids succeed. They want them to be accepted at the schools, and they want to be able to help them to grow and to learn and to be able to identify feelings, and everything that we teach our kids, they want to teach these kids.
I'm Christy Conchava.
And I'm Kenny Conchava.
I was talking with a friend of mine, Jackie King, and she told me about an organization called Kidz Harbor. And she said, oh, we have a gala coming up in a few weeks. I'd love it if you and Kenny could join us.
Immediately after that gala, we decided to get ourselves and our company involved out at Kidz Harbor. It was a calling to us. We got to know the staff. We got to know some of the kids by going out and just visiting to get a better feel. We went into the intake room, which is a large room there at the facility where kids come in. Most of them, again, have just been removed from their homes. And on the sofa, there was a young girl, I'd say about 9 years old, covered in mosquito bites, and a 6-year-old boy who had gauze on his right forearm. And on that gauze, I noticed a streak of blood, a line like going right down from his hand to his elbow. Talking to the boy, we find out, of course, situation at home is meth users, and it had gotten so bad that the girl left the home and she spent the night outside for 3 days, 3 nights. And so those mosquito bites were because she was having to sleep outside. And of course, the father at some point got mad enough at the son and shot at him. And that was the reason why he had the gauze on with the streak of blood. So it was just a really, wow, it's a crazy story that people would treat their children like that.
So some of the things that you encounter when you're caring for children in this organization are really remarkable, and they're hard stories because we'd like to think that these things don't actually happen in society. Kids come in and a lot of the times they won't sleep on the sheets. They'll take the sheets off the bed and you'll say, well, why is that? And you ask them and they say, because I've never slept on sheets before and it's strange. It doesn't feel comfortable. I'm not used to that.
So I was volunteering one day with the Birthday Joy, and we were doing a birthday party for the children, which they do once a month for the children. And this young girl comes up to me and we're talking, and she's got this little truck in her hand. I said, oh, I like your little truck. Or she said, oh, it's for my brother. And, I said, oh, because I knew that there were a lot of sibling groups at Kidz Harbor. So I said, well, where's your brother? And she said, oh, he's dead. And that's why I'm here. So, sorry.
Yeah.
Cried for like 2 days after that. Hold on.
Yeah, they have more stories. There's, yeah. The worst one that I didn't tell was the kid had arrived there and he'd said, this is the first, he says, this is the first night in months that I've gotten a good night's sleep. And they said, well, why is that? And he said, well, because every night, I'm lying on the floor and he would lie on the floor and kind of cover his head and try to sleep. And also in the room was his sister and a parent who would rape his sister every night. And every night she would scream and he wouldn't be able to sleep, and all he could do was lie there on the floor and cover his head. And so finally when they got removed from that home and placed at Kidz Harbor, it was the first time that he could actually go to sleep in a bed and not hear his sister screaming because she was being raped that night. So just really heartbreaking, unthinkable, tragic stories. And so who takes care of these kids? These are the people who take care of these kids. And you have an opportunity to be a part of that when you support Kidz Harbor.
Some of the things these children go through are reprehensible. But as hard as the enemy tries to steal, kill, and destroy these kids' lives, God's not done yet. Listen to how beautiful people just like you make the difference in turning these kids' lives around.
My name is Liz Wintello with St. Helen Parish and Catholic Church in Pearland, volunteering with youth ministry for many years. Kidz Harbor we began helping with Kidz Harbor over 10 years ago. We wanted to bring our high school youth to share fellowship, work around the area, and just get to meet the children here at the home. One of the greatest experiences that I've had here is just hearing the laughter of the children. I know that the home here is special because we hear and see that the children are very well cared for. There's just something about the laughter of children that melts your heart, and definitely I can feel the love of God here at Kidz Harbor.
I'm Christy.
I'm Sterling.
Our niece went to school with someone who lived at Kidz Harbor. And through our niece's friend, we were introduced to Kidz Harbor, and Sterling reached out to Sharon, and Sharon would send us a list at Christmas with their names, their ages, and their favorite color. And off we would go. It's just being able to make a kid smile. Our kids are spoiled rotten. We had the ability to help somebody else, and in doing so, teach our own kids how to give. So we would take them and they would shop with us, they would help us wrap, and then we would deliver everything to Sharon. And she started to insist that Sterling attend some of the Christmases, which was fun to see the kids enjoying the items that they were being given and knowing that it was theirs. They were excited and it was exactly what they wanted. That was important.
Miss Sharon insisted on us going out and giving and she did it to put me on the spot once she got to know me, because I don't like the attention or whatnot, but just seeing the kids, the look on their face when they got exactly what they wanted, and then they write us thank you notes, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
From the kids. Hopefully they got something that they never got. All these kids have a horrible home life before they go to Miss Sharon's and Angie's, and for some of them, it could have been the first gift they ever got.
And Sharon talks about too, watching these kids transform, because they come in and they're usually dirty and they don't have but like one set of clothes on them, which is dirty too. And they bring them in and they bathe them and they love them and they comb out their hair and they give them some sense of security, and they say, like in a week's time, these kids look like normal kids again. And they said that they just love being a part of that transformation that they get to see from these kids coming in where you hardly recognize them, to being, bouncing around and being excited because they have some sense of security with having regular meals and people who are there that are answering to their needs and are caring for them, and that it's just a beautiful transformation they get to see each and every day.
Kidz Harbor does an amazing job of taking care of children who have experienced the worst of society. They have faced some of the most horrific abuses and evils that anybody can possibly imagine. So I think one of the biggest opportunities for people here is just a chance to know that they made a difference in the life of a child.
We all worry about the money or the time that we commit to various charitable organizations. If it's utilized properly and for the right reason. In this case, the kids. The word kids is there. And there's a reason for that, because all the money, all the time, all the effort, all the prayers are really about the kids. And at the end of the day, I can guarantee you, there's no question in my mind that you will be happy with whatever type of investment, time, money, tutoring, of course, YMCA providing backpacks and swim lessons. And again, it'll make you feel well that you're making a difference in these kids' lives. And I guarantee you they'll remember it for the rest of their lives.